Hi friends! Today I'm going to show you how to create a photo transfer using contact paper. Here's what you'll need. A flat work surface. A printed image. It must be from a laser printer and not an inkjet. Laser printers use waterproof ink. We don't want your image to wash away. Image transfers look best in black and white, especially if you are adding a colored background later. You'll also need contact paper, scissors, a small bin filled with a few inches of water, a glue stick, and something you can later put your transferred image onto. Here's my image. It's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I printed it onto a normal printer bond paper. Any paper thicker than this will make it difficult to peel off later, so you want to use a thin paper like bond paper. And here is my contact paper. I bought a roll from Target for $6. It's nice because it has this blue grid on the back, which makes it easy for you to measure and cut to the size that you need. And that's exactly what I've done here, but I like to cut the contact paper a little larger than the size of my image. Now we are going to peel the contact paper. It's basically like a big sticker. We put it right onto the image and try to get it as flat as possible to the image with minimal air bubbles. If you are getting air bubbles, you can gently pull up the contact paper and place it back down while rubbing the air bubbles out. Here, I'm using the handles of scissors to rub the contact paper onto the image. This technique is called burnishing. This helps to get rid of air bubbles and to seal the image to the contact paper. This step is very important and should not be skipped. Every inch of the paper needs to be burnished, preferably more than once. Alright, now that we've burnished the contact paper to the image, we need to put our paper into a bin of water. I've cut the edges around my paper away so that it fits into the bin, plus we won't need the blank edges of the paper anyway. I let it sit in the water for at least 2 minutes to soften up the paper the image was printed onto. You'll notice the edges might start to curl up. After a few minutes, you can remove your paper from the water bin. Image side down, and you might want to cover your workspace because we will be using more water. You will immediately want to start peeling away at the wet paper. This must be done gently or your image will be rubbed away. I like to keep a cup of water beside me to keep my hands wet while peeling the paper. Do not strive for perfection because the image will not be uniform or perfect. If you are careful, only a little bit of the image will be rubbed away. This technique actually helps to give your image a nice distressed or almost aged look, which is nice. After the bond paper is peeled away, your image might look a little something like this. If you can't see through the contact paper, you need to peel away more of the bond paper. Your contact paper will still be a little bit sticky. Here I have a paper that I watercolored beforehand. I'm attaching my photo transfer to the watercolor paper. I'm laying it down nicely and then going back to burnishing. You may notice that your edges or corners are peeling up. If this happens, grab a glue stick that dries clear, peel up the areas that are not sticking well, and then glue them down. Again, you're going to want to burnish over everything so that the paper sticks to the contact paper. And then it'll look something like this. It's cool because you can give your image a pretty colorful background. This would look nice framed, but of course I'm going to push it a little bit further. And here's what I've added. And of course I'll include some images of the details. Thanks for watching and have fun!